Well, Dave from New York has struck once again. Thanks so much, Dave, for sending me this brand new, direct from QVC, Shark MessMaster. I don't have one of these machines, and I don't have a machine of this type either. So let's dig into it and see what we can find out. Now, my understanding of this machine is that it can pick up essentially, well, anything, wet or dry, but it can't put down any type of cleaning solution. I think that's the case. Let's see, we have this little advert sheet from Shark. Show you what that looks like. See anything on the other side? Oh, there we go. The dry, the wet. Picking up eggs. Okay, what type of tools to actually use to pick up your big nasty mess? And then, oh, so let's see. All right, I got to show you this again. Nasty mess, bag it or bin it. The choice is yours. Any bag technology. Choose between a 2 to 13 gallon bag. We think a 4 gallon bag is perfect. I guess if you want to save some cleanup time, I suppose. Let's see, so what they give you. So we got 2 bags. So I'm going to guess this is 2 4 gallon bags. Do you think that looks like 4 gallons? Maybe it does. All right, kind of thin bags here. So we'll have to try that out at some point in time. I'm going to give you a couple of sample bags. All right. And then this is the manual, the owner's guide, VS 100 series. All right, that's what it looks like. Here's the back. And let's see, while I'm standing over here, I'll just show you just a couple pages. I'm sure this is available to download online. I really hope so. Most manuals are, but not all of them are, oddly enough. Let's see, is there anything I got to take a quick kind of cheaty peek look at just to see if there's anything I couldn't figure out on my own quickly? Okay, all right. Seems simple enough. So, a lot of attachments with this thing. Wow. This is going to be really interesting. All the little crazy doodads you can have on a machine like this. It's kind of awkward to get out of the package, I suppose. So let's see. So I guess we have this little hose here. That's very interesting. Got some, you can see through this a little bit. There's a bunch of holes right here. Just in case you probably constantly, block this off when you're trying to pick something up. Okay, all right. I think this is probably going to be a lot of attachments kind of strewn out here. You know what, let me put the box down. So there's a little bag of parts, something here. Wow. Okay. All types of little stuff. So little tube, little dusting brush, a extra little dusting brush. Look how tiny that is. And something, wow. Now that is a crevice tool. And that is to get the tiniest crevice you could possibly imagine. That is small. Look how tiny that is. Gee. Okay. Do these things fit on the end of this? Yep, sure do. And you have even an extension tube. Okay, all right. Well, and of course you've got the angled one here. This is to really get into those impossible to get spaces that are really small. Maybe that would be great for like a car seat, for example, because it seems to be that everything when you take a standard household vacuum into a car and you're trying to get down to those nooks and crannies, that it's difficult to do with full-size tools. Well, they're certainly great on the attachments, and we have larger attachments here. All right. Carpet upholstery tool. It suggests push-pull action. I'm not sure what else you'd do with it. Of course it would be push-pull. You have a kind of a short and stubby crevice tool. Okay. These look actually very well made. For once, it's not the absolute cheapest quality that you can get. This is thicker, better plastic. I have to compliment Shark on that. So this is going to be some type of tool caddy, I imagine. However that hooks on. Let's see. Another nozzle. Well, okay. So I wonder why I have both. I mean, the inlets they're not the same, but they're pretty similar. Yeah, put them that way. They're not the same, but they're very, very similar. So I guess you figure out which one's going to work out best for you. The triangular one, this larger, says carpet upholstery tool, and this one says wet mess tool. So maybe Shark has somehow figured out that this one works better for wet messes, and this one works better on carpet and anything upholstered. Haven't used it, so I can't say. And we've got some wands. Got another hose with some more wands. Well, you've got lots of pieces here. 3 extension wands? 3. Yep. 3 extension wands. I don't believe I've ever encountered a vacuum with 3 extension wands. 2, yeah. But 3? I don't know. Okay, so here's a more standard size hose. You can see the difference. Let's see, the connections on one end would be the same, I suppose. And then you can see the difference in the thickness and the diameter. So much to deal with. So let's see, obviously this should plug into the unit itself, and then this probably is going to be, a wand plugged into another wand, plugged into another wand, plugged into, it just keeps going and going and going, and it's about that wide. Okay, well that gives you some, I guess, distance or length, I suppose. This is supposed to be a small, portable kind of thing, with the carry handle, so I can't imagine it would come with something that would be, abnormally long for a hose. All right. Let's see, corrugated wrapping out of here. And main unit. There she blows. Well, I like the color. My wife would say, it's not blue. So maybe they have one in blue. That appears to be the rear of the unit. Cord. Seems to be plenty of cord, a lot of cord. Doesn't seem to be an abnormally short cord. And here is the front. Let's see, we got a power switch there. Okay. Let's see, this has a little sticker that says accessory, insert accessory holder above. So I guess you put accessories here, clip them on the side. That's what I'm guessing so far. And this is a kind of a standard latch. Is there anything else I need to do to lift it up? Nope, that's it. All right. Ooh, okay. And this is, does that come off? Nope. So it looks like that is open lid. Oh, pull, it says open lid to 180 degrees, pull to remove. So I guess I can somehow remove this, but isn't this 180 degrees? Do I pull? Oh, okay. It's a little, maybe a little more. No, that's 100. Okay. It's got one thing that goes in and another little tab that kind of slots in on the other side. So that's how you get that out. So pull it out to 180 degrees, then you can completely separate it for easy cleaning, I suppose. Let's see, does this twist off? Yeah, it does. Oh, okay. So this filter has a float in it in order to stop water from entering the motor. All right, that looks pretty good. This is seems to be very reasonably priced. Last time I looked. Anyway, if anybody has one of these, let me know what you think. And let's see what else we have. We have another filter here. Got a little foam filter on its base. All right. Smells freshly made. Oh, and then underneath, this kind of reminds me a little bit of shark vacuums. You have this little pad in here, this kind of feltish type of pad. Goes this way, and that's it. That's all you have down there. And here is your main bucket, I guess. Is there something else in there? Do not cover this shelf with the bag. Okay. And there's an inlet that's right here. So you have a wet max fill line, which appears to be about halfway up. Let's see, can I get a good decent focus on that? Okay, so anyway, there it is. So it's about halfway up. Let's see what else. There's a lot of stickers, that you should go through and not only read the manual, but there's a lot of stickers placed all over the unit that you should take a quick peek at here. Yeah, step 1, insert the bag and push to base of dust cup if you're using a bag. Step 2, tuck the bag between the bag guides and the shelf. Okay, step 3, run excess bag through the bag holder slot. Okay. Again, all this stuff should kind of like be in the manual. It's springy. Really? It is. Oh, okay. So it's got some spring catches down there. All right. Okay. It is what it is. Let's see. I've got this little protector on the end of this plug, and I'm dying to hear what it sounds like. So let's see. I'm going to fit this back in. So I slot in this side, and then I'll push in back. There we go. And that comes in there, and I can lock that. And that doesn't, oh, that must be that's probably a cord catch right here, cord holder. And you put the hose in there. So let's see. This is going to slot in. It's going to slot in It's got to be on the outside here, doesn't it? Yeah. Is that right? And then you twist it. You twist it. You see, insert, twist to lock, twist up. Okay, to lock. So twist down, get it out. Twist up to lock. Does it lock? You go farther than that? How far do you have to go? Oh, farther than I thought. Okay, so yeah. Twist up tightly. Yeah. Use some measure of force until that's all the way up. Okay, all right, that seems to be good. And let's see how it works. And I don't think there's anything else in the box we need to worry about. Nope. Nothing else in the box. So nice small little unit. Let's see, can I tell if this is on or off? Okay, I'm hoping that's off. We'll find out in a second. And does it say anything about like how much power it uses? Oh, okay, we have a sticker here in the bottom. And oh, that's tiny print. That's like font size 0. 6.5 amps. 120 volts, of course. We're in North America. It's got a serial number down there. All right, let's see what it sounds like. Contact. Almost kind of runs like it has a small shark motor in it. Well, 6.5 amps. The exhaust comes out of the top right here. And I felt around here and here. I didn't feel anything coming out or going in. There's a lot of exhaust right around here. And you know what? How about, for the fun of it, I'll go get my Baird airflow gauge and my suction gauge, and let's take a peek and see what it measures. Obviously, we're not doing anything with it just yet. All right, got some of my testing stuff right here. So let's see how much power it uses. See if it really is 6.5 amps or if it's something else. All right, suction gauge. I think this will, yes, okay, that'll be flat there, wonderful. So suction will be fairly easy to test because we have a flat surface. All right, let's see how much power it draws. I have 964 watts. My set voltage is 121, and current is 8.3 amps. So yeah, it's a little on the loud side. So my current meter says 8.3 amps, and we're a little less than 1,000 watts. So guess what? This uses more than its rated 6.5 amps. Did I really read that right? Let me look at that again just to make sure. Yeah, it looks like 6.5 amps to me. Yeah. So whatever, you have a fairly strong motor in here. So that's what you need. That's what you need, definitely what you need. Okay. So since a lot of people will be using this to pick up liquid spills, okay, you know, something waterish, you need a water lift gauge to measure a water lift. Well, while I didn't actually hear a suction relief valve blow, you know, kind of, it seems like it was close because it was bouncing the needle back and forth, and it was bouncing between 82 and 84 inches. That is moderately high suction. So, I mean, there's only a few vacuums out there that I tested that get like 110, 120, and those are some of the older Dysons. So this is pretty high suction. Okay, that's great. Can we measure any airflow? So why would you care about airflow for a machine like this? Well, if you're not picking up a giant pot of liquid, of fluid, one way or another, you're going to need airflow to get the small stuff. So let's see if this measures it at all. So bared 0, in other words, where this disc literally just barely moves off of resting, just resting, I think is 46 CFM. So let's see if it can pull this disc off of rest. Oh, yeah, it does. All right. Well, let's see. Let's measure it straight. Without bending it. Yeah. So when I do my airflow tests, I always like to make sure that my hose is not pretzeled up to where it's kind of stretched out. And this hit a solid 2. I think it might have gone slightly over. Just want to give it the benefit of the doubt. So we're about a 2, and if I'm remembering right, I'll put it in the video. It's probably around 60 some odd CFM, right around there. And that's actually pretty good. I mean, you know, it's a small hose. It's an item that really isn't meant to vacuum things. But I tell you, since it has more suction than airflow, it should be really good picking up a lot of water. I don't mean little droplets. I mean like sticking it into, like, say, you know, like a bucket or something where this right here or any of these other, you know, add-ons can fully seal around something liquid. It should pick it up very quickly. So that's a lot of suction. And like magic, we have the MessMaster all kind of, you know, portableized and compacted up, all neat and tidy for, I guess, storage and carrying around, so to speak. So I looked in the manual and it's like, all right, so what's the best way that they have to, you know, wind everything up around here? So the cord's kind of nice, kind of wraps around the handle. That's great. And the hose, what's so neat is that I thought maybe you could put the cord in here, but this little notch right in here will accept that piece, and you can actually hold the hose so it doesn't flop all over the place. Now for your attachments, I guess it's basically pick 2, whatever your favorite are, and the whole holder just kind of pops off. The holder itself isn't all that stable. I mean, I don't think it's going to fall off, but see, squeeze the bottom there, and then it just kind of goes in like this, and then you think it would snap, but it's not much of a snap, but it's there. So I just picked these 2 tools. I have before me 2 quarts, otherwise known as a half a gallon of water. So let's see how fast it can actually suck that up. So let me lift the cord off here. I wonder if you can just lift it straight up. Not really. You have to unwind it a little bit. I'll unwind it all the way. Yeah, it's got a cutout right here, so the cord won't just slip up, slip off. You want that. That's nice. Okay, good to go for you, Shark. Good thinking. Really fantastic. All right, so let's see. Here we go. Now let's see. I'm gonna have to put this down in there at a bit of an angle, and let's see how fast it can suck up a half a gallon of water. On your mark, get set, go. Yeah. So that's what 80 some odd inches of suction can do. It can pick up huge piles of liquid, you know, where you can get a good seal, in seconds. That's probably not how you're going to be using it. So let's see. Do I need to take this off? So let's say I want to empty it. So I'll unlatch it. And then let's see, does the top come off easily? Okay, great. And where are we? Oh, look at that. We're right at the max fill line, wet fill line. So I was estimating it was going to be about, a half a gallon, and it is. And in just a few seconds, there you go. Yep, right to the max wet full line. So I imagine if you go over this amount, this height, that you might be in danger of getting water into the motor, and that's not going to be a good thing. So watch it when you're picking up liquid spills. But remember, a half a gallon is an awful lot of anything to pick up, especially if it's like a pet mess. Yeah, that's a lot. Wait. All right. And let's see, the inner filter obviously has, become wet. Right, in good shape. And nothing else has gotten wet. No, not really. That's just kind of me getting one drop on my hands and my fingers there. So, it looks like this is a machine that really is going to be focused on picking up something wet. So how about, I got a piece of test carpet. How about we soak the test carpet and see how well it picks up water, straining the water from the carpet fibers. Well, I have some test carpet and my half gallon of water. So let's imagine, and the carpet upholstery tool. So the right one, apparently for, medium pile carpet. So let's imagine somehow we had a big spill. I couldn't imagine a pet doing this. I mean, really. Maybe I won't pour all of it in here. Some of it's going to soak through. I mean, that's the way it's going to be. And I can't say that the amount that we pick up is going to be perfectly accurate, only because I think some of it's going to soak through. All right, so let's take this and we'll put this attachment on, and I hope you can see the recovery bin here, and let's see what happens. Yeah, it's got a lot of suction, all right. All right, that's very good. It's wet, but it's not soaked. That is really nice. So it's not bad. I don't think you can push this forward just for video effect. Wow, okay, look at that. Here, let me show you that over here. Ready? Here we go, watch this. It's sucking it this distance away. See that? There, I hope you can see that. That's pretty cool. Well, let's see, can I push it forward for more dramatic effect? It's too stiff. So you can see how it's actually pulling the water from the carpet several inches in front of the carpet. I'd say that's pretty good. You can see it coming into the bin, I hope. I mean, I almost wonder, gee, that's mostly dry. I'm not kidding. That is mostly dry. You hardly need to go over it again. Most of the time, when I use any type of, water extractor, I usually have to go over it a couple of times, a dry pass, to get the carpet as dry as possible. I don't think you have to do that with this. Maybe twice maximum. So what I'm doing here is probably unnecessary. Okay, this is wet, but this is not sopping wet. Let me see if I can get more out here. I don't know what this looks like because I can't see it right now. I have no idea. And you know what? We'll check the underside of the carpet too, just to see if any water went through it. But I am really impressed. This is a lot of concentrated suction that will do a great job picking up spills quickly. And what I'm doing here, this is unnecessary. To go over the carpet more than maybe twice, yeah, it didn't make much of a difference. So this is pulling the water up so fast, I can't emphasize this enough, that even though the carpet obviously is wet, you have a lot that it's returned back into the bin. Now, so let's see. So the max wet fill line, hope you can see this. So we got about, I don't know, maybe an inch or so below there. So there's going to be some that's still in the carpet. But I tell you what, let's turn the carpet over and see if the backing of the carpet is wet. I'm going to have to move my camera here. All right, let's flip her over. See if water soaked through. Well, if it did, yeah, there, okay, now I can see it. Got some clouds and some shadows here. So yeah, you can see that some of the backing here is definitely wet. I wonder, can it pull up more from the backing? See, how wet's the backing? That's wet, that's wet. So some probably, went through and some's in the backing. But yeah, so far I'm pretty impressed. Oh, well, this tool does not seem to be, well, it's just kind of sucking to everything. Let's see, maybe I can use this. See if I can dry it from the other side. I wonder. I'm sure it's picking some stuff up. It's not a real good tool match for this. Let me see. I wonder. Let's try the wet mesh tool and see if that just is a little easier to deal with. Let's try that. Let's see. Yeah, it's a little bit better in some cases. That just picks the carpet right up, which is what it should be doing. This thing can just about move the carpet. So yes, I am very impressed with this machine's ability to pick up water. I suppose the thing that I would be a little disappointed with currently, but I would wish they would have as an option, and maybe they do and I'm just not aware of it. I would kind of prefer that they had an option to put, water in solution down. So here's that filter, the wet filter, obviously. And here is the bucket. So let's see, how'd we do in the end? A slight improvement. I'm going to say, I can't tilt it, unfortunately. So, one finger. I'm going to say maybe we improved about another 1/4 inch or so. vast majority of the water came out of the carpet super fast though. That's wonderful. So would I recommend something like that? Because I know people always, want to ask me something. Well, for this type of usage, right, where if this is what you need, I definitely can recommend it, especially for, let's see, did I see that down there? There it is. Especially for heavy, wet messes. Absolutely for heavy, wet messes. I see the camera's still on the carpet. If I pulled the carpet, the camera would just flop over, and then that'd be really hilarious. You can see the deck. Nothing really went through the deck, so there's still some dampness in the carpet. But this just isn't bad at all. So let me wrap this up. See, put this around. I mean, obviously I'm going to dump this. Yeah, don't. You know what the biggest problem I just bet you most users will have with this machine is they will go and they will store it with something, full. With something in that bin. They'll do it. Maybe there won't be a whole lot in there, but there will be something in there, and they will store it wet. So don't store it wet, because man, it will smell. Can you imagine if you picked up urine and feces, just how bad this thing would smell? Oh, it would be so awful, so fast. So, thanks for watching, and thanks so much, Dave in New York, for providing this item. And I can tell you, let me get a little closer here. Oh, hey, stop that. I can push that in very well. I can tell you that I will have a blast using this. And now, since I've gone through most of the stuff that I'm interested in, I'll probably have Mrs. VacLab use it on something. But that carpet is already looking pretty great. Yes, it is medium dry now. Wow. Yep, we sucked it up from both sides, which I know normally you can't do. I mean, let's face it, you can't get to both sides of most carpets. But this did a great job. So I'm going to really emphasize, this is fantastic for wet messes, wet pickup. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more. Oh, stop doing that.